If you're a new family getting into livestock shows, or you've been going to livestock shows, you know how overwhelming and stressful that first couple years are. But honestly, families make the same mistakes over and over again. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 of those mistakes, how you can avoid them to save time, money, and effort. My name is Cannon Brown. Before we start the video, those of you that have been showing livestock, leave me a comment on the biggest mistake you guys made when you first started. I'd love to hear them. Mistake number 1, picking the wrong animal. Now I know new families coming into this sport, they're not going to know how to look for skeleton or structure or muscularity. They're not going to know the indicators of, width of forerib or width between the eyes equates out to widthness and muscularity over the span of their life. They're not going to know these things, but what they are going to have is their curiosity. You're going to have your curiosity if you're a new family coming into this show industry. And I want you to use that curiosity to ask as many questions as possible to the people that you buy livestock from. When you ask questions, buy livestock from the people that know the answers to the questions that you're asking. Don't always pick the cutest animal. That's kind of a given, but I have to say it. When we're going into a pen of livestock, and I'm going to make a future video on selection, actual selection of baby livestock, but for right now, on a general basis, if we're looking into a pen of whatever species, you don't want the one that's by itself in the corner with its nose down and its ears head down, and you don't want that one. You want the animal that when you stick your arm in the pen, they're looking at you, and they might not be coming up to smell your hand, but they're inquisitive, they're curious, they're interested. You want that type of livestock, because that type of livestock, when you take it back to your backyard, your barn, or your land lab, that's the type of livestock that you want to train. Mistake number 2, underestimating daily care. I see new families all the time underestimate daily care. Livestock is not a once a week thing. Obviously, we feed twice a day. We make sure they have clean and fresh water. Those are givens. But exercise, skin and hair, washing them, cleaning their pens, these are all things that need to happen on a daily or every other day or weekly occurrence. Cleaning pens sure can be a weekly occurrence. Walking and training your animal, that should be a daily or every other day occurrence. If you want to be competitive showing livestock and going to livestock shows, which I'm assuming you do because you're watching this video right here, this is what it takes. Daily, stepping up to the plate, make sure they're clean, make sure they're healthy, make sure they're exercised. These are working animals. And that takes me into my 3rd mistake that I see so many families do, and I try to tell them all the time, it starts at the beginning. Mistake number 3 is waiting to train. You waited too long to train. When you first get your animal, I'm going to give you a little tip here. When you first get your animal, the first 3 weeks should be you getting buddy-buddy with it. You want to become really good friends with your animal that you get. Sit in the pen, scratch it, have it nuzzle you. The first 3 weeks, just become your animal's best friend. You guys should be really good. After that 3 weeks, you should start training, because livestock are working animals. Think about your Australian Shepherd or your big dog at home, that if it doesn't go out for a walk, it starts bouncing off the walls, or it starts getting anxious, it starts peeing on the ground. These are all things that are anxiety causing. It's because it wants to go out and play. It wants to go out and relieve some energy. Livestock are the same way. They want to go out. They want to be trained. They want to learn. Let them learn. Let them have fun. You're allowing your animal to have so much fun when you go out there and you halter brake your steer, or you teach your pig how to drive, or you teach your sheep or goat how to brace up against you. That animal's having fun. And whether you know it or not, they've been doing that for 15 to 60,000 years of doing stuff. Mistake number 4, ignoring showmanship training. When we train our animal like we usually do, that's going to help us overall in showmanship with endurance, right? But there is another aspect to showmanship that most new families aren't training, and that's the exhibitor portion. You have to train to be intense and alert and aware. All the things that we've talked about in my, Showmanship 101, how to win showmanship video, all those things need to be trained at home. Pick a bush in the yard, pick a lamp post, pick a fence post, pick a tree. That's your judge. Show to it. If you have somebody at the house that'll come out and act as a judge, bring him out. Have him act as a judge. Have him walk around and test you. Show to them. I've had families reach out to me and say, hey, can we just FaceTime you, put you on the shelf of our barn and have the kids show to you? Absolutely. Anything works. Train showmanship. Mistake number 5. And I see this so much with families that are going into their 3rd, 4th, 5th year. And I saw this because I worked for Next Level Livestock Camps. We went all around the country training kids how to win showmanship. And another aspect of that was trying to help the parents learn how to help their kids at home. That was the other 50% of the camp was actually working with the parents, which I loved. But this is what I saw, that most parents getting into their 3rd, 4th, and 5th year, they're starting to forget that this is about fun. They forget that this all started as a youth agriculture program for their kid so that they could learn animal husbandry, financial aspect, financial acumen, all these things that we love about showing livestock. They've forgotten now because they're starting to get competitive. They want to win more, or they want to start winning. Their ego gets into it. I see that so often. The one thing I would have to say is, if you're a new family watching this video right now, you're going to want to win in the future. Even if you don't have any interest in winning right now, you're like, we're just going to go to the county fair and, whatever, we'll buy $250 pigs if you can find them. And the kids will have fun, but if you have any competitive drive in you, or your kids do, it'll bite you. You'll get the bug, you'll get the itch to be competitive, and that's fine. Be competitive. I love competitive drive, but don't forget that this is supposed to be fun. When you lose, or your kid loses, or you're the kid watching this video right now, when you lose, this is fun. This is a game. This is a sport. You're having fun. You're with your friends. Remember that this is supposed to be fun. All right, quick recap before we all get out of here. Pick the right animal. Don't underestimate daily care. Do your daily training. Do your showmanship training, and don't forget to have fun. Remember, everybody starts somewhere. And if you're a family watching this that's in your 10th, 12th year, 8th year, 6th year even, and you see a new family that needs help, help them out. Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody starts somewhere. But if people start on the right track, it's smooth sailing. If you like this video, if you like my content, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it.